What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day. In the last video, we dropped off the Skyline to get the engine bay painted, and as of today in this video, it is now ready for pickup. And we do have some parts that I ordered last week that are also coming in today. Unfortunately, they have not arrived yet. Quick update on the Neo. The other day, I did go ahead and plumb the vacuum for the fueling system. So we got our fuel pressure regulator and our fuel damper with some nice silicone hoses teed off into the Ready intake manifold. I did went ahead and installed the ports and capped them just in case I need to use any of these for any sort of reference. Got this guy up here too. And at this moment in time, the RB25 Neo is now officially ready to be mounted inside the R32 Skyline, and I'm incredibly stoked. And then once that's done, we send it out for fabrication. But before I put the 25 Neo in the Skyline, I do want to paint correct the engine bay as well as ceramic coat it. Being a little bit extra, but anything that helps me keep the engine bay clean, I would like to do. And I also did extend our timeline on getting the Skyline running because, long story short, I did send back out my wiring specialties wiring harness since I sort of ordered it, built it around a stockish setup. And as you see, it's honestly not so stocked. I sent it out to get the trigger kit wired in, as well as the drive-by-wire setup, and some other goodies as well. So I'm hoping that won't take too long, but if all fails, I am definitely going to expedite the service. So hopefully within the next month or so, once we get it back to fabrication, we can get the harness back, plug everything right in, do some computer configurations, and hear the first start. Engine bay, everybody came out amazing.
Race rounds are normally pretty fucking expensive, you know?
Oh, really? Okay. I'll let them know.
So we do have another week, unfortunately, for it to fully cure. So in this moment in time, we're just gonna let it sit and let it do its thing. Because if I polish it right now, it is going to mar and score. Guys, this thing looks unbelievable in person. All right, Brandon and I, thank you Brandon and Lucas, got the Skyline on. The trailer was a big fiasco, but we managed to get everything to work. But in the sunlight, the Skyline's engine bay looks amazing. We are back home, everybody, safe and sound. Again, another huge shout out to Brandon and Lucas for trading the Skyline back home for me, and a huge shout out to my boy John for painting the engine bay. It came out absolutely amazing, guys. Like honestly, in person, through my trained eye, the color match is near perfect. The pearlescence on this also shimmer. You have to see this in person. It just looks incredible, guys. Seriously incredible. But unfortunately, I cannot wet sand or paint correct the engine bay for a week since John did use a slow hardener on it. But we do have a ton of parts that are coming in, and some parts that just came into from UPS that we can show off to put some more minutes into the video. But at this point, we'll get everything reinstalled, drop in the motor, finalize the fueling system, and August 10th, we send the Skyline out for fabrication. Fancy new parts in 3, 2. Introducing our new Chase Base dual piston brake booster delete kit. This thing is seriously, guys, of superb quality. I got this on sale. It was originally like 800 bucks with the booster delete and the R32 chassis specific brake lines, and with the discount it was like 690 bucks, so I definitely couldn't pass it up. This is an absolute unit. Nothing but positive reviews on this, and this now converts my braking system to manual brakes. Like, guys, seriously of superb quality. And we have a dial here to have more braking power in the rear, or less braking power in the rear, which is nice. All AN fittings, which is great. And this is a dual valve reservoir up here, so I'm incredibly stoked on that. And then again, all the chassis specific accommodating brake lines. This is the cylinder for the back here, but I do need to modify my firewall. Unfortunately, I need to cut out a little insert for this cylinder here after I just got my engine bay painted, but that's okay, it's gonna be covered up. And then to our right, I sold my Greddy oil cooler setup and went ahead and, as you guys know, am currently building my own. So I got myself a beautiful, very nice 25 row Koyo. This is like a universal cooler. If you want the part number, it's right there. If it'll focus, my apologies guys. It's not gonna focus, I'll just put it on the screen for you guys right here. But 25 row oil cooler should not be an issue now managing oil temperatures. And on that note everybody, that is all I have for you in this video. It's crazy to think 4 months later, the RB25 Neo is finally completed and ready for drop-in in the engine bay. The Skyline engine bay is finally painted, and like I mentioned in the last clips, we'll give it a week for the paint to fully cure. We'll paint correct it, ceramic coat it, then install our chase bays brake booster delete kit. Then we'll go ahead and drop the motor, finalize the fueling plumbing. Then we'll do our battery in the trunk relocation kit conversion, which I have almost everything minus the battery. From then on, we take the Skyline to GSK Fab in Phoenix in less than a month for the intercooler, intake, and downpipe fabrication. And again, we're going with a full HD clamp V-band setup. I have a TurboSmart blow valve that I bought like a month back. I don't know if I showed it or not, but I'm stoked to see how that's gonna sound. We are going to be dumping the external wastegate atmospherically, so it's gonna sound even more aggressive. At that point on, we'll tow the car back, wait for our new rendition of our wiring harness, plug everything up, give Albert a call so he can help us with the first initial start. If everything goes according to plan, we drive it around a little bit, then trailer it back up to Phoenix to our buddy and do a nice dyno tune session on the 85 and hopefully make between 500 and 600 horsepower. The motor's built and I'm very confident achieving those numbers will be very easy. And when that's all said and done, we can drift it, abuse it, just drive it. It's been like 2.5 years now and I cannot wait for that first initial start. And then we can start hopping back to some JZX100 Mark II content. I noticed you guys like a little bit more and I'm stoked to finally do the transmission swap, and I did talk to John about getting the whole car resprayed. So we're gonna crunch the numbers, and again, once the Skyline's done, we can hop right back into that build. But before I ramble on anymore, just want to say thank you everybody so much for the continued love and support. And if you're new to the channel too, want to hit the subscribe button, that'd be awesome. And remember, aim high, drive low. I'll catch you next video. Take care.